Hello everyone, I'm Love here, back again with another Awaken Chaos Era video. So in today's video, I'll be creating a guide on the Runes of God, or also known as the Guild versus Environment. So our guild started on floor 6, and we are currently gathering the Ancient Relics to unlock our first talent. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how I clear one of the Ancient Relic, where the Marian Shadowblood is located, the Dark Affinity hero, and the condition for this Ancient Relic is your hero can only have 2 positive effects on them. So in this team, right, I'll be using Timmons, the newly introduced epic hero in this game, and I'll showcase his power against the mobs of enemies, alongside with Imogen, Boolin, as well as Bruszakk to support him there, and also to take down these enemies. So let me quickly go through the role of these heroes so you can get an understanding on how this hero synergy work to take down this Ancient Relic. So as you notice, right, each time my heroes perform an attack on the boss, which is Marian Shadowblood in this case, then Timmons will perform the joint attack as long as there are 4 or more enemies in the battlefield. So try not to target the mobs, the 3 mobs in front of the Marian Shadowblood, because you can get killed very, very easily, and then you'll not be able to take advantage of Timmons' AoE joint attack. And as you can see, right, I pair Timmons with Boolin because each time my hero perform the attack, the enemy will also gain this lightning attack on them, and this lightning attack deals more damage to them each time they get hit. Then I've also paired Timmons with Imogen. Imogen is something similar to Timmons, where each time your hero perform the attack, Imogen will also perform the ally joint attack as well, but it's limited to the amount of buff he has on him. And then I have also Bruszakk. So the challenging part for this team, right, is Marian Shadowblood can perform lots of joint attack, which can quickly dwindle down your squishy hero's health. So Bruszakk have a unique trait where he can protect allies that has 50% health and below twice once you ascend him, I think to the 5th ascension or 2th ascension. So once your squishy hero's health drop below 50%, right, those enemy attacks on that squishy hero will be redirected to Bruszakk. And apart from that, I also have Bruszakk in Rebel set, so he can also try to stun these enemies. On this team does not have any healers, so I'm currently heavily relying on the Guy's Renewal for the supplementary healing here. And then I also use Sundering Purgatory to apply the AoE defense down, so all of these enemies can be quickly defeated within the 10 rounds of this Ancient Relic, because it's quite challenging. When you do not have any talents acquired on the first day when you reach a particular floor. So now the enemy's health drops really quickly because of the help of Timmons. But each time he performs attack, all of these enemies get attacked, and on top of that, Boolin's lightning damage also deals tons of damage here. So Timmons pairs really well with Boolin pairs really well with Boolin to deal massive amount of AoE damage. And on top of that, all of this AoE joint attack from Imogen will also help to bring down this enemy's health quickly. And now, as you notice, right, Marian Shadowblood has already fallen. So now the battlefield only has 3 enemies, and this will not trigger Timmons' attack here. It won't trigger Timmons' trait. So try not to trigger, try not to attack the side minions. Just target the boss to proc Timmons' ability, because Timmons' ability requires your hero to attack either elite or boss. So in this case, right, the boss here would be Marian Shadowblood, because when you first enter the battle, right, you can see Marian Shadowblood HP bar on top. I think it's on top. Then you can see, or you can base on the icon. Right, so the battle has ended. And it took a while, but this one is quite useful team to clear the mobs of enemies for the Ancient Relic. So let's see how much damage we have done using this team. And after showing you the battle result here, I'll be going through quickly on how I built this hero, the gear sets and the stats, so you can get an idea on how to replicate this team for your account. Alright, so here is an overview of my hero build, where I have Boolin, Timmons, Imogen, and Bruszakk. So let's quickly go through each of these heroes, what are the stats to prioritize, and the gears. So currently my first hero on this team is Boolin. She's currently the fastest at 229 speed, but actually you do not need this high amount of speed. This speed was speed tuned for the guild boss, so you can lower down the speed and increase the attack stats, so that should be able to do more damage. And for Boolin, right, you need to just prioritize on the attack stats so that whenever her allies perform the attack on the enemy that has the lightning induction effect on them, those lightning will deal damage based on the total stats of Boolin's attack stats. So it's important to have high amount of attack stats on Boolin to take advantage of the lightning attacks. And since Boolin is some sort of like a damage dealer, it's also ideal to have some 100% critical rate so she can deal critical damage on her special ability, basic ability, as well as her ultimate ability. And then once you prioritize on the attack, critical rate, critical damage, and speed also is important just to get her to go before the enemies. I think ideally above 160 speed so that you can go before the enemies there. And once you get those done, then you can, if you're lucky, you can get some substats on the health to improve survivability in the battlefield. So currently I'm gearing her in a revival set so she can heal herself, and then she won't get troubled in getting defeated by the enemy quickly. And next on the line is Timmons. Is the new epic hero that was introduced alongside with Poros as well as the Sacred Wind Strikes. So in this showcase, right, I showcased Timmons' trait where he's able to spam multiple AoE or ultimate attacks on the enemy whenever the battlefield has at least 4 enemies alive, 4 or more enemies alive, and then the allies must be attacking the boss or the elite on the battlefield. If you're not targeting the elite or the boss, right, then Timmons' trait will not proc or will not trigger. And the stats to prioritize on him will be the attack stats, speed, critical rate, and critical damage, since he's a damage dealer, although a squishy one. Once you get those done, then you can prioritize on the health percentage to give him some survivability. So I'm currently gearing him Timmons in a rebel set as well as a raider set to speed tune him for the Void Tower heart. Next will be Imogen. Imogen is I think the first hero that was introduced in the game to have this ally joint attack, and subsequently they've added more ally joint attacks like Timmons and so forth. So Imogen is some sort of like a better version of Timmons where he doesn't need any condition to perform the ally joint attack. But the ally joint attack is depending on how much buff he have, the joint attack buff. So without if he already expires or use up those attacks, the joint attacks, then he will not be performing the ally joint attack. And since he can perform lots of joint attack, I'm also gearing him in the rebel set and also a raider set. So rebel set has like a 20% chance to stun the enemy, and do take note that for the rebel set to stun the enemies, you need to have some focus stats on them, otherwise the stun will be resisted by the enemies. And same like Timmons, Imogen prioritizes on the attack, speed, critical rate, and critical damage, and some focus stats. And finally, we have Bruszakk, the supporter hero in the team. Basically, he's there to provide damage mitigation or damage redirection. So the squishy heroes in my team will be Timmons and Imogen, because they are not geared in a revival set, and their health can quickly go down really fast whenever Marian Shadowblood perform the ally joint attack. So once their health drop below 50%, right, Bruszakk trait will take over to protect them for 2 times or 2 attacks, so that these heroes will not get killed easily by the enemies. And apart from that, right, Bruszakk also offers increased defense up to provide more survivability, and also survivability as well as taunt. But the taunt is not so reliable, so I will not rely on that. And I'm also gearing in Bruszakk in a rebel set, because he also has an AoE ultimate ability that can deal damage, and then he's able to stun those enemies there as well. So the stats that I prioritize on Bruszakk is health, defense, speed, and some focus stat. He's not a damage dealer, that's why I did not prioritize on the critical rate, critical damage, and attack. But you can also build him as a damage dealer if you know that he won't be taking much damage, like in the Ancient Relic for the Lightwing Zachary. Alright, so that's the end of my video covering on how to tackle the Marian Shadowblood Ancient Relic in the Guild vs environment. Do let me know down in the comments below what strategy do you guys use to tackle her and her minions. And if you found this video helpful, do give this video a thumbs up, and if you've and you find that this video will help someone else, then you can also share this video to your friends. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can also write down in the comments below, and then I'll answer them as soon as possible. And if you're new to my channel, do click on the subscribe button as well as ringing the notification bell to stay up to date whenever I upload a new video on this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!